I think that the actual pivot kind of happened at the same time. So when I left Mindshare in the summer of 2015, I took a pay cut and I became MD of a startup, raised a bit of cash or whatever. And at the same summer, with like 3 months gardening leave, even though I was working during it, but I then licensed Lovin as a 10-year area developer, kind of set that up from scratch. But I did it in a way where I was working as MD in one office in JLT, and then I did an NOC for Astra Labs, and I hired an editor from ITP. So I used the money that I'd saved and a little bit of investments from, friends and family, and that cash paid for the staff. So there was staff on Lovin Dubai. So I thought I could do both. And so that was September 2015. And then by December, I remember going to Web Summit in Dublin and meeting Niall, the Lovin Dublin guy, and going, yeah, something's got to give here. And he wasn't pushing me, but I was sort of thinking like, I told the founder of the startup that I'm going to do the Lovin one full time. Having said that, then I joined on the 1st of May 2016. And in those sort of 8 months, I'd sort of won pieces of business that were social media retainers for that entity. But they were focused on tech. So they then outsourced that to me to service that client for them.
Amazing.
So actually, I worked for the company I left for a year, as well as doing Lovin Dubai as editor and the tech startup and doing all that stuff. Doing all the tech part of Lovin. I was then running around the weekends over AIDS doing Hussein Al Jasmi or Miriam Fares, like the concerts back then in 2016, like managing these molds Instagram pages for them for like, I think his retainer was like 25K a month. And then I hired someone else to do it and then seconded that person into the office. So it was a real like transition year, sort of get Lovin going, build that business out.